So what's up? How you doing today? In this video, we're going to take a look at Gravity from John Mayer and do a complete breakdown. Now, we're not going to look at every little detail of what he does on the original or one of the live versions, but just look at the gist of kind of what's going on, mostly focusing on that original studio version. So at the end, I've got a practice backing track for you to play along by yourself, and I've got the rhythm part for the two solo sections, otherwise no guitar, so you can try out all those parts. But let's break it down. We've got two parts to the song. We've got the verse and the chorus. The intro and the outro are essentially the same thing as the verse chord-wise. So really those two. And the verse part sounds like this. Let's check it out. So what is he doing? It's just G and C, right? And he basically plays these triads. It revolves around these three notes of a G, top part of this part right here. And then when he goes to C, these three, sometimes it could be these three, it can be different ones, but the studio revolves around that one quite a bit. So it's going back and forth between these two, and then little embellishments in between. And at the beginning, he goes... So it's just a lot of two-string embellishments of just going around the little pentatonic scale of the chord. Hammering that down. And then right here, it's just this flat third, just a little embellishment into these two notes. So, and then going on to the C, you've got that triad, and then he's playing these two strings. So it's what they call thirds. And if you don't know what that means, it doesn't really matter. Just to get these down and the sounds is, what's important. So he's sliding this up and back, and then the second time it's adding a little more. It's the kind of Hendrix style stuff. You can even do it higher up. Again, it doesn't have to be exact because every time he plays it live, it's a little different, And then the one other thing is on the G, he's going, that part right there, that's playing these two strings, or you can even do all three, and it's putting down the fourth right here, the C, so it gives it a sus4 sound. So the main parts between the two chords are, again, this triad, this one, and then the embellishments being mostly two strings at a time, kind of this Hendrix pentatonic hammer-on sliding sound. And the notes outside of each chord that he stresses probably the most would be on the G, this fourth right here. This gives it a sus4 sound. And then on the C, right here, this is a C, and this is an A, which is the sixth of C. So it gives it a C6 kind of sound, this sound like that. And it's not even doing it all the time, but just the kind of the note that to me sticks out the most. So the fourth of G, which is C, and the sixth of C, which is A. And yeah, but all those ideas right there, plenty that you could just toy around with the rhythms and the embellishments on your own to make up your own sound. So good luck with that. Try that with the practice backing track. But to move on now, the intro solo. Let's give it a listen and then we'll break it down. So this is a great solo for minimalism. It's just so sparse. He's playing basically this phrase 4 times, just a little different each time. Actually, the first and third times are exactly the same. So it's this little simple idea of But the techniques are a little challenging. That's what, makes it so nice. He's sliding up to the 9th fret, and then you've got 8th fret, and then hammering down, bending it up a whole step to this note, and then vibrato. Not right away, but just to, wait a little bit. All one motion, so that's tricky. So what I would do is keep practicing this over and over, and particularly this spot right here. And then the second time, it's the same thing again, going. So just an extra bend. So no vibrato here, just quickly back to the D, then the vibrato. Sorry. And then the third one is exactly the same as the first. And then the last one is. So the same as the second, but instead of ending here, ends it to there, and then the very last little extra, which to me is the best part. I love that. Oh, it's just so sweet, just those two notes, So that's the intro solo. And then to look at the chorus, let's first give it a listen, and we'll break down what the chords are. So this is where the song starts to get some movement with the chords. We've got an A minor 7, like this. And this, again, might not be exactly how I'm picking it out. You just want to play the chord and just pick through it, And then moving on to the D7. This is a little unusual way of playing. I don't normally play it this way. If this is a bit of a stretch for you, you can always just play it this way. The normal A7 shape from the Cage system. So if you're playing an A like this, if you imagine this, a little easier than that, but either way works, doesn't really matter, And then a B flat 6. And then an E flat major 7, all you have to do is move it over here. Are unfamiliar, don't worry about what they are. It's something that's great to know, and you can learn about it at some point. But just learn how to play them and the sounds that they make. It's important now. And then this one moves down to that D7 again, which of course you can play again like that. It doesn't matter too much. And that's the chorus. So now the last part, the big solo. Let's give it a listen, and then we'll check out what's going on. So this one is again all about the techniques and sparseness, and it's mostly played on these two strings, or I'm sorry, pretty much all played there, but we can play it different ways, and of course if you're playing it live, he plays it differently, so this isn't just going to be a breakdown, his exact note for note of everything he does, but just the real gist of it. He's going up here, he's going, so it's almost like he's playing with a slide, because there's so much slide, so hammering on 8 to 12, sliding up to 15, and then some vibrato right away. And then just basically the reverse. And then that 12th fret sliding up. And that's right when it kicks into the G. So this is all just a pickup right here. Until there, that's when the band, that's not the band, but the G, the root, everything kicks in right there. And then we're doing it again, but going higher. Which, to me, that's maybe my favorite part of the solo here. Except one part later we'll get to. And then. And then down to here brings it back to the G, to the root. And then here's the other part I really like. And then I love he repeats it again, but goes twice as fast, or or faster. And then. And then a real fast, all one motion. So just pick it one time. And that brings it to the C, bringing it right into the chord here. That note right there. And that's it. So real quick breakdown of the whole tune, but you've got the tabs right there. So I've got the practice backing track that you can try out the solos over the rhythm parts and try the rhythm parts and all the other parts, all the other sections yourself with the tabs right there to follow along. But feel free to pause it and look at the tabs and go over this stuff as slowly as you need to. Don't get overwhelmed by it. Give it some time and you'll get it down. Good luck. I'll see you in the next video.